The one thing I've learned about Howie Roseman is he does not waste opportunities. And let me tell you something. The Eagles have a perfect opportunity this week, not only to practice with the Browns, but to find out what it'll cost to land Kareem Hunt. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit concerned about this running back situation, okay? I'm a little concerned because it appears to be Miles Sanders has the hamstrings of Michael Kendricks. They're always going out, second year in a row, we're dealing with this. But fear not, because Howie Roseman is on the case. Howie Vision, we're all just living in it. He's got a plan. There's got to be a reason why he planned the Eagles practice with the Cleveland Browns this week. Not only for them to get a good workout with the players and all that, but this is the perfect opportunity for him to go talk to his buddy Andrew Berry and figure out, talk about, take a look, and know what it would cost to land Kareem Hunt. It would be the perfect trade for both teams. Now, we're going to get into it in a second, but before we do that, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you like. More importantly, make sure you subscribe for daily Eagles content, NFL content. You don't want to miss it. We will be streaming the Eagles-Browns this Sunday, just like we streamed the Jets-Eagles last Friday. And if you've been subscribed for a while, thank you for all your support. All I ask, just double check, double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed and YouTube didn't do any funny business, because it happens, okay? It happens. Now, first of all, I gotta tell you, I can't even believe I'm doing this video. I should be face down in the gutter somewhere, face down on the floor. I've been working out and trying to get in shape. You know, it's 104 degrees out there. I'm out there, man, trying to become the babyface assassin again. But I'm tired. I don't know how I haven't passed out yet. It's crazy. What a day. What a day. But I'm getting distracted now. All right, so let me get back on track. Boop, boop, boop. All right, we're there. All right. See, I don't take a nap like Michael Anthony Wears Fitness. I'm ready to go. I just got to breathe and we're good. All right, so first thing, Eagles had to get their roster to 85, okay? They had to do it today, and they did that by cutting 3 players. Eagles have released safety Jared Maiden, cornerback Jimmy Moreland, and receiver Lance Lenoir with injury designations. The roster is now down to the limit of 85. They must go to 80 next Tuesday, and then 53 the following Tuesday, August 23rd. That 53, when they have to get to that 53, that's going to be the hard cuts. Next week, they should be able to do that fairly easy as well. That last cut's going to be tough. There's going to be some good players that could go, and possible guys that get traded. You know, it could happen. Another guy that I want to talk about, a former Eagle. You may know him as TF13, all right? Travis Fulgham, 13. I mean, we thought this guy was going to be something. I'm telling you, I bought the TF13 hype. I mean, for 4 games, this guy was the best wide receiver in football. It was the craziest thing. I've never seen a guy come out, play like that, and then just disappear. It's like, you know he has the talent somewhere, but it's not always there. It's just crazy, right? The Broncos have released former Eagles wide receiver Travis Fulgham to get their roster down to 85 players. Fulgham was Philadelphia's leading receiver in 2020 with 539 yards. Now, I bring Fulgham up, and I bring him up because I think one of the places where it could be possible that he ends up is in Dallas. I mean, you saw Dallas last week, right? They need receivers. They got CeeDee Lamb. That's about it. They stink. They can't score points. I don't care that it was not their starters. What are they going to do with their starters? Maybe score 10 more points? Their offense is in need of help. You know, every time Zeke Elliott runs, it's like you can feel the tremors. He's so heavy that the ground's shaking. You know, Michael Anthony Wears Fitness sleeping. He wakes up from a nap. I mean, it's brutal. Their offense needs help. Why not go after Travis Fulgham? You know, here's what Ed Werder said. Pound Cowboys have a wide receiver need. Should be familiar with Fulgham since he played in the NFC East and Cowboys just finished joint practice and preseason game with the Broncos. They decide whether he's an upgrade. Now, Fulgham is one of those guys that somewhere inside he's got talent. He just doesn't always bring it out. It's the weirdest thing. It really is. And I think if I'm the Cowboys, I'd probably bring him in. I'd still probably look for another wide receiver, but I would take a chance, and I would love to see Mark Holmes have Fulgham come in there and then explain how Fulgham is decent and how he's got potential when he's trashed him so bad. I would love to see the hypocrisy come out. I love when Mark Holmes has his hypocrisy moments. It's the funniest thing ever because it happens all the time. But I think, in all seriousness, for Dallas, Travis Fulgham could be a guy worth bringing in, worth trying. If I was a Cowboys fan, I wouldn't mind that move. It may not be major, it may not stick, but it's worth a shot. But you know what? Dallas would know better. They practice with him all week, so it's something that could happen. And this is one of the reasons why I talk about the Eagles practicing with the Browns. We're all looking at it going, well, they're going to practice with the Browns, and they're going to get good workouts in with the Browns, and they're going to be competitive and all those kind of things. Maybe so much so that we don't see these guys doing preseason. But it's also an opportunity for a guy like Howie Roseman, the GM, even the coach, to kind of scout and look at the other players on the other team. Maybe you see somebody like, we know the relationship with Andrew Berry and Howie Roseman. Andrew Berry was in Philly. He looks up to Howie Roseman. And if Kareem Hunt is truly possibly going to get traded, Kareem Hunt's pretty much like, pay me or trade me. That's what he wants. So he wants out. And I think, based upon what is going on with Miles Sanders, and I could be totally overreacting to Miles Sanders' injury. I could. But, we gotta keep in mind that he's had this injury before. Look at this. Miles Sanders' absence today was due to a hamstring injury. Eagles labeled his absence leg soreness on Sunday. No word yet on the severity of the injury. This is the part that's important. Sanders had a strained hamstring around this time in 2020. Injury first came up 8/19/20. He missed week 1 and was back week 2. And if you remember, it wasn't really... I think he came back and I think he fumbled the ball. But it was like he never really got going at that point. And maybe he'll be fine, whatever. Maybe he will be. And that's great. I hope he comes out. I hope he has 1,200 yards. But it concerns me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It concerns me a little bit. If Miles was to go down based upon the running backs you have now, I don't think they're good enough. I think you need to add another running back on this roster. Even if you keep Miles, I still think you need to look at bringing another running back in. Now, if you want to go the cheap route, you want to go that route where Miles is going to be there and he's going to be healthy, then go Jordan Howard. But if you're not sure of his health, you're not sure if you're going to be able to count him every week, then I say take a chance with Kareem Hunt, a guy like that. This is the perfect opportunity for the Eagles to figure a way or work something out with the Browns. You're going to get a good look at this guy the next few days. You're going to be around the Cleveland Browns front office. It's a perfect time to talk to these guys. And listen, there's a lot of talk that the next guy that for the Eagles that's going to get traded is Jalen Reagor. Maybe the Browns would consider, Jalen Reagor or something else. I don't know. I look at how he got for Ortega-Whiteside, Ugo Amadi, a perfect high-end suit, right? A kid that actually has played, actually has good talent. To me, he's been way more productive than Ortega-Whiteside. I don't know how he pulled it off, but he did. You can't tell me he can't pull off a trade for a Kareem Hunt. I think this is the perfect opportunity to work something out. Kareem Hunt wants a contract. He's not happy. That the Browns got to be thinking about it in the back of their mind. They have running backs. They don't necessarily need to keep him. You also hear their coaching staff talking him up that he could be the best running back in the league and all this stuff. When you start hearing that kind of stuff tells me that there's a crack in the armor, that there could be something to him getting traded, and that you want to build him up, you want to talk about him, you want to keep his trade value as high as possible. And that's why when I hear coaches start talking about players who are possibly on a trade block, about how great they could be and this, that, I always think they're building up his trade value. Same thing I've heard with the Eagles and Reagor. I don't know if the Eagles are going to trade Jalen Reagor or not. I just know this, that with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, the way Zach Pascal played this past week, I don't think you need Reagor. Like, I honestly don't think you need him. I think you could trade him. If you could legitimately trade him in a package and bring in a guy like Kareem Hunt, it would be a smart thing. Now, if Kareem Hunt comes and Miles is perfectly fine, ready to go, you have an amazing combination of two good complement backs as well as really good backups. You're all of a sudden, you're kind of scary there offensively. You know, Kareem Hunt averaged 2.8 yards a carry after the hit. Okay, after the initial hit, I think it was last year. That's pretty damn good. You need somebody like that. The perfect play that tells me the Eagles need a short yardage back or a back that's capable of it was the play where it was third down. Minshew was in, and they ran. I think it was Kenneth Gainwell. They ran Kenneth Gainwell on 3rd and goal. He didn't get it. They had to go for it on 4th and goal. They got it. But if you put a back a little bigger, a guy who's a little bigger, a little stronger, you're not going for it on 4th down. You would have scored a touchdown there. And that's a problem. So I don't look at this week with the Browns and practice with the Browns as just an opportunity to go practice. I look at this as an opportunity to scout players and possibly maybe get somebody that can actually help your team and upgrade it. So hopefully that's what the Eagles are doing. That would be typical Howie Roseman. Take advantage of a situation, and maybe even if you don't make a trade right away this week, or I'm not expecting him to go to Cleveland and trade him the day before a preseason game. I don't expect anything like that. But I expect you go up there, you talk to them, you kind of have an idea. Maybe some time goes off. Maybe you get closer to the trade deadline. Maybe you see what's going on. And then the seeds that you planted during that training and that practice period that you had is the reason why you make that trade later. That's the way the Eagles got to look at it. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. And it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. I can't remember if I said this in my video, but, Travis Fulgham gave us 4 really good games. And I got to tell you, I think he blew his load. Like, I think that was it. I think that was the peak of his career, because the next year he loses out to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside in preseason. Didn't expect that to happen. Now he's getting cut by the Denver Broncos, okay? So, to me, I think he peaked. I honestly do. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe he goes somewhere else and he shows that he's still got it. But he's never been able to duplicate those 4 games that he played for us ever. That's why, if he goes to Dallas, it doesn't scare me. I still think it would be a good move for Dallas on the cheap to bring him in, take a look at him. But I don't think he's got it left. I think that was all he had. And I think it's over now. Denzel Washington out.